Semiconductor technology is having a moment in India. We've always been good in design, but probably for the first time, we are making serious inroads or attempts at semiconductor manufacturing. And there are three things you need to understand about semiconductor manufacturing. Number one, it is extremely interdisciplinary. Unlike design, which is largely an electronics and communication engineering type of work. Semiconductor manufacturing requires a whole load of mechanical engineers, materials engineers, physicists, chemists, chemical engineers. And they all need to be trained to some extent and exposed to some extent to semiconductor technology.
In order to train the next generation engineers who are going to take care of the advanced semiconductor manufacturing, it is impossible to train everyone inside the fab. We need to have an innovative way of training the people, yet not losing the essence of hands-on experience.
So as India advances its path towards the semiconductor revolution, it becomes very, very critical to generate skill set that is required for the semiconductor industry.
We heard a lot about, the semiconductor field being interdisciplinary and all, but there was no one earlier who told me how this actually works, how people from different areas get benefited in this field.
Whenever student comes, they don't have any idea. We learn the theories, we never learn the practicals about it. We say how the deposition happens, how the etching happens. We learned everything in theory.
Many students across the country who want to venture into semiconductor technology, they might not have access to clean rooms because clean room is very expensive to maintain. Only a few IITs and NITs have these clean room facilities.
So the challenge is immense of how do you actually deliver training at scale without breaking the bank. And that's where SEMulator3D and the pilot training that we launched really comes to role.
So Semiverse is such a tool where we can expose the required technical knowledge, yet you can sit on your desk and do this. Pilot project, we have gotten very positive response from the students.
I am one of the first set of students that got a hands-on experience on Semiverse SEMulator3D software. The learnings from Semiverse solutions played a big role in getting me an internship in a global tier 1 semiconductor manufacturing company.
This software has significantly benefited all the student community here. For me personally, it has helped me as a stepping stone in clearing my interviews. Currently, I am an intern at Global Foundries.
I was part of the Semiverse Solutions pilot project. This training has helped me to get placed at Lam Research.
I had a pretty intuitive experience with the software. It was a very steep learning curve.
So do defect analysis and virtual metrology also using SEMulator3D.
We'll see that how in 3D our device will look like, how we can see the cross section from different multiple angles.
And the results are pretty obvious to see. It was in fact remarkable to sort of see students assimilate the whole 40 nanometer process. And you could see the wheels turning in their head, right? They could we already trained them in all the unit process. They understand oxidation, they understand implantation, they understand diffusion barriers. But the ability to visualize, actually see an advanced CMOS process come to sort of life in front of their very eyes, for them to be able to visualize what it looks like, to play with process parameters, to see if they make some change here, what impact or effect that does it have actually on the process down the line.
It has a unique ability to help the user understand the various aspects of every process step. For example, diffusion.
Beyond the mastering the tools, we learned about most of the fundamentals of semiconductor industry.
It has helped us in the holistic understanding and getting us the intuitive way of looking at the manufacturing processes.
The whole program was actually designed pretty much from the ground up in close collaboration with Lam Research. We have spent hours designing the course, refining the course, arguing about what works, what does not work. In fact, during the pilot program, we have iterated on the content as we speak based on scoping and feedback from professionals at IISc. And what has come out is, I believe, a truly unique product. A very interesting program that is probably unique in India in the context of industrial and academic collaboration, delivering a truly world-class training and a very effective cost and in a very scalable fashion.